Hello, everybody. Buddy with Midland, Texas. This latest story here it's the latest murder here. And just a few days ago, there was a fire reported. They went out, and a woman's body had been set on fire, and it was a murder. It's what it was. So today in the news, this is the story that we're looking at that I just shared here. It named the woman, okay? And her name, according to the release, the body has been identified as Sapphire M. Armenta, 25 years old, okay? And so anyways, I shared this story right here, and here's what I commented on the top. This is going to get real interesting. I was wondering if this body was my ex-wife because the shirt looked like scrubs. See, they had released a picture of the dead person's shirt, and it looked like bones or whatever, you know. And I said, so the shirt looked like scrubs, and she was a nurse. I could see several people that might want to see her, my ex-wife, dead, because I feel sure her testimony could stop this crime ring and solve many murders in the area. I think her best play is to make a deal with law enforcement and not the ones who sneak under homes and help murder homeowners that have reported crimes to them, like the secret police. That's some of the most corrupt police in the history of the state of Texas, right? And they're still out there today. I've long suspected that she was being blackmailed by them, okay? And so I went on. She told me one time there were 3 families that ran all of the prostitution in Midland, Odessa. She named them while whispering in my ear so the burglar in the attic couldn't hear her, but I wasn't sure what she said because she was whispering. Either way, I'm sure she knows the inner workings of the crime ring behind the many crimes and murders in West Texas. And I'm 100% sure she knew this home was rigged and there was an underground home in the backyard, oil show parties, all that too. Okay. She also told me with 100% sincerity, the secret is a group of doctors are killing people for profit. And I have a feeling those doctors and those people don't like her telling me this, right? That was supposed to be a secret, you know. I mean, they're going to be looking at the death penalty because they're serial killers, you know. And what she didn't tell me at the time was her brother-in-law was a doctor. Come to find out he was my doctor on the night that I'm ambushed and shot. And that's when it's proven them x-rays were fakes, you know. Maybe he knows something about them serial killing doctors. I found out 2 years after the surviving the murder attempt that the ex-wife was lifelong friends with MPD Detective Rosie Rodriguez, one of the main secret police involved in this premeditated, for-profit, capital attempted murder. I just did a post the other day and I said, here's why I call this premeditated, for-profit, capital attempted murder. Okay, first of all, premeditation is when you sneak in the home and shoot a homeowner by surprise. You can't accidentally do that. You have to plan in advance. You're sitting around going, let's load our guns and murder Buddy inside his home. That takes premeditation, okay? For profit, because if her lifelong friend, Rosie Rodriguez, would have ruled my murder an accident, she was going to get $650,000 in cash and assets, which included this very important special home that has $1 million underground home in the backyard that was used for oil show parties where they murdered a little girl in 2010, okay? Instead of getting nothing from a divorce from a 3-month marriage, okay, the divorce paper's been filed 5 days earlier and under allegations that she's working with a prostitution crime ring, okay? And then a capital attempted murder. So it's obviously attempted murder because nobody shoots a homeowner by surprise with the phone lines cut just because we was only trying to cripple him. That is stupid. Anybody tries to make that argument. This is absolutely attempted murder. And the reason it's capital is because it was done during the commission of a felony. The felony was the burglary of a habitation. This is my home. They rigged this home and many others like it so they could break into it, and then they use that hidden access to try to murder me. That makes it capital, and what that does is means there is no statute of limitations, so that means they can be arrested when they're 80 years old and go to prison for life, okay? Because no statute of limitations, and it carries life in prison because it's capital. This is Texas. If I would have died, this would be a death penalty case. And I tell you what, if that shot was a fraction of an inch over, I would have died. They planned to murder me. It's now proven that police were under my home when somebody under my home shot me by surprise. Okay, we know that because Lieutenant Dickey, they withheld the police report for 7 years. Okay, I didn't get it till 2019. There was a reason, and the reason is it time-stamped them police at my home and inside my home who were not seen arriving on the security cameras that saw Woodward and Naylor, right? Martin County Sheriff John Woodward and the late Midland Sheriff Deputy Mike Naylor were seen arriving at 11:01 and at 11:05. Dickey, Lieutenant Dickey, is inside my house, but he wasn't seen arriving. Okay, and all my other doors are sealed shut because of the crimes going on here that I've been reporting. Okay, that's how we know that those police and there's 5 of them: Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, and Hale were under my home on the night that somebody under my home tried to murder me. Premeditated, for-profit, capital attempted murder. So them police are looking at life in prison if rule of law returns, right? I mean, that just makes sense. They're busted. They should have been in jail a long time ago for these crimes that they're caught. I mean, that was the thing that should blow this whole thing up, was them cops accidentally started the camera and got caught, and then they held that police report because it incriminated them. It showed that they were a part of this premeditated capital attempted murder. And the bottom line is they're rigging homes and killing one homeowner after another because I believe they killed the guy that lived here before me. Okay, so moving on, I'm glad to hear it isn't her that's dead, but it's still sad that we have another murdered woman here with a large group of police that is blatantly corrupt and a press that is hiding the crimes from the public. The press still hasn't told the public about the many homeowners reporting people in the attic, and I was ambushed and shot with burglar alarms going off in my attic. I saw a motion light on in my attic today. Okay, that's gone on for years. Maybe this woman's murder is connected to the same crime rate. Okay, so anyways, there's the my write-up. Here's the story. And what they didn't say in the press, didn't ask them, was there, smoke in her lungs? Was she set on fire while she was alive? That's unknown. That was just one of my questions. That's a logical question that the press conveniently left out. I mean, they're not telling the public. Was she alive when they set her on fire, or did they kill her and then set her on fire? And, of course, that autopsy would have told them that, I guess. I would think so. Okay. But anyway, then I get this interesting comment, and that's what the reason I'm making this video, and I consider it a threat, and I've had many, many death threats. And she says, no offense. Salinas Jax is the name. Okay, there's the name right there. No offense, but you exposed yourself to a lot of drama. If you were endangered before, some things just shouldn't be exposed, but dealt in secrecy. So what she's telling me that, you thought your life was in danger before, when we broke in your home and or when somebody broke in your home and tried to murder you. Wait, now you're really in trouble. Like what? What are you talking about? And I wrote back and I said, I'm very aware of the danger for exposing these criminals, and the corrupt police are behind the many murders and crimes here. But keep in mind that I was ambushed and shot with my phone lines cut when I wasn't speaking out. These are cold-blooded killers that don't need a reason. Maybe me risking my life will stop them from breaking into your home and murdering you and your family next? ? That is what they do. Silence is the problem and not the answer. That was my reply to this death threat. Okay. And then I posted this scripture here, Acts 18 here. One night the Lord spoke to Paul in a vision, says, do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. Do not be silent, for I am with you, and no one is going to attack and harm you because I have many people in this city. And I believe that to be true. I believe Midland does have a lot of good people here. I know a lot of good people here, but we also have a lot of bad people. And sadly, we have this problem with the corrupt police and the press that's assisting with these crimes where they're rigging these homes and they're killing one homeowner after another. So, I mean, I can't count the number of death threats I had. I think one thing that's kind of interesting, what I think about every time I get a death threat is, I'm stage 5 CKD, chronic kidney disease. Doctor told me I was going to die 2 years ago. I was writing the sheriff and the Texas Rangers, telling them I'm being poisoned in my house. What do you think's wrong with my kidneys? I'm being poisoned in my house. I'm a dead man walking right now. I think it's almost funny. You want to kill me? Come kill me. Maybe you'll get the death penalty, because I'm soon going to be dead anyway. These criminals have already killed me, but they tried to kill me in 2012 when they cut my phone lines and shot me by surprise with police under my home. That's what's going on in Midland, Texas. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.